It's noon here in Ventnor City, New Jersey, and this is news that you can use from CarEdge for Friday, September 8th, with your hosts, Zach and me, Ray. How are you today, handsome?
I am doing well. Happy Friday to everyone out there. Enjoy the upcoming weekend. We are from CarEdge.com for those of you who are unfamiliar. And here is the deal, Dad. Today,
Yes,
we're going to be talking about a dealership going out of business. Not the first and likely not the last, but we are seeing car dealers, Dad, closing their doors. 535 employees at this dealership gone overnight. Let's look at this story. And in the same breath, we had some other dealership news that we'll be talking about.
Yes.
What is this ad? Trade pending plus snap sell go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Well, there you have it. Trade pending and snap sell. I'm in, because I love my peanut butter and jelly. Buddy.
Evidently you do. Regional used car dealership group off lease only files for Chapter 11 protection. The company terminated all 545 of their employees. That is quite sad. Yes. Ahead of Thursday's Chapter 11 filing in bankruptcy court in Delaware, according to the filing. Dad, why does a car dealer go out of business? What happened?
Well, my suspicion is A, they paid too much for their cars. B, they couldn't sell them for as much as they needed. And C, when they did, they couldn't get the people financed for the amount that it was going to take. And so when it becomes a losing money proposition at a certain point in time, and I know this for a fact because I've been in this position, at a certain point in time, you just throw up your hands. You go, the hell with this. I can't continue just throwing money into it, and you close.
It's also a super, let's be very clear, running a dealership is a super cash intensive business. Like a lot of dealerships don't actually have like millions of dollars in the bank account. Like they might and they need to for payroll, but you can have tons of money tied up in inventory. You can have tons of money tied up in contracts waiting to get funded. Like, why would this dealership with 545 employees, multiple locations, millions, if not tens of millions of dollars in inventory, file Chapter 11 instead of, I don't know, getting acquired by someone? We're going to be talking about that in just a moment. It's because they probably ran out of money, Dad.
Well, more than likely, yeah. And you know, if you can't prove that you're a viable business, well, why would somebody want to acquire you?
If you don't have money. Yeah. So I think this is a real indication, Pops. This is a real indication of what's been going on. The volatility of used car prices. That's exactly what we're seeing here. Mm-hmm. Prices went up, lots of cars in inventory. Prices go down. We can't get people financed. We can't sell them. Dealers are starting to close their doors. This is not the only dealership that's gone under this year. Remember American Car Center?
Yeah, I mean, this year? And what, you know, if you want to say that these dealerships that have closed have one thing in common, that commonality would be that they their business is directed towards lower credit-worthy customers. And those loans are harder to come by because
harder to get approved
because a lot of your subprime lenders are tightening up what they're willing to do. And so if you're catering to a very tough credit customer market, then it's going to be much more difficult for you to maintain your business. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's sad when it happens, but it happens. You could have the greatest idea for a business, but if you don't have a plan and the processes in place to, I don't know, make it profitable, it doesn't matter.
Here we go. Igor's got some good context here. Dealers only close down if they owe more than that selling price of the dealership. Otherwise, you sell your dealership and walk away. So let's think about this for a moment. Let's come. Why did they try and sell to another? They probably did, but they couldn't get any buyers. Here's what the release said. And then we'll go to their website in a moment here. In a news release, the company said, quote, significant challenges and competitive pressures resulting from unprecedented changes. That's what led to their bankruptcy.
Yeah.
That means we bought cars that were too expensive and we couldn't sell them. I'm actually going to go to their website here. It's off lease only. Give me 1 second.
I was on their website earlier today.
They still have their inventory?
They did not.
They did not? Because that would be one of the things I'd be interested in.
I tried, you know, I went on and looked, but if you click on inventory, it takes you nowhere. Yeah.
That would be very interesting to see. What were they asking for? What did they have and what were they asking for? Let's click on shop.
Bingo.
Yeah, they got nothing listed.
Yeah. Yeah, but one of the things that I did find interesting, and this was interesting, prices exclude applicable tax, title, and tag fees, which is normal, $20 electronic temporary registration fee. I don't know about that, but here's the kicker: a $1,299 pre-delivery service fee. So the advertised price isn't the advertised price. And I will say this as nicely as I can. In my opinion, they deserve to go out of business for crap like that.
Yeah.
But
it's Florida, man.
And yeah, it's Florida, and the damn state of Florida does nothing about it. My God, they put it in the small print. Anybody can see it, including the state attorney general in Florida. But we received a text today from a dear friend of ours about
we did?
Yeah, from Barry.
Oh,
yeah, about a gentleman in the Philadelphia area who bought out his Kia lease, and the dealer charged him an extra $1,000 because, well, they said they could. It wasn't legal, and the point of this story is that if states don't do anything about these practices that are illegal, then in reality, the state itself becomes complicit.
Yeah.
Because if they are not willing to enforce the laws that are on the books and protect the consumers in their states, and they know what's going on, then the state's complicit. If even though it's illegal and the state isn't doing anything about it, well, all it does is embolden dealers to continue to do it. Why? So I'm sorry, the state of Florida saw things like that. I know the state of Florida is investigating dealers in its state that charged extra for lease buyouts. But if you don't bring charges, if you don't ever bring the case, it doesn't mean anything.
All right, but money talks, Pops. All right, so we have.
I've heard that somewhere.
One dealer goes out of business. We can talk about some of the potential implications to car prices and things like that. The other big story today,
huge,
is that a dealer group near where I grew up, outside of Washington, D.C., in Maryland for many years, Jim Koons Automotive Group.
Wonder what Crystal's going to do now. Well, she'll have enough money. She don't have to do nothing.
Asbury Automotive agrees to buy Jim Koons Group for $1.2 billion in, quote, transformative acquisition. And now you're talking about that.
Yes.
States are complicit.
Yes.
Should there not be? You picked up on something that was super interesting in this article, and I'm going to show you something after you say.
Yes.
What surprised you the most about this $1.2 billion acquisition of Jim Koons Automotive Group?
The fact that close to $800 million of it was for what they call blue sky. That's the amount that they're paying for the company's goodwill. Okay, because the company is got a great reputation in the area, except for the fact that just last year they paid it.
It's not even just last year, Dan. Look at this. All you have to do, gang.
Here you go.
They're paying $800 million for the brand,
for the goodwill,
for the brand, for the name Koons.
Yes.
Just Google search Koons FTC. This one's from 2016.
Yes.
This one's from 2016. This one, I don't know when this one's from. Here's another one from 20. Like, there are so many FTC, not to mention the one from last year.
Yeah, well, and the one from last year, they paid $1 million in fines.
Yeah, this is how you get
$800 million worth of goodwill. Yeah. Yeah. But, the other way you get it is you allow your daughter to be the face of the franchise and do all the commercials.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal Koons she is known in that area. She does all of the commercials. This is incredible, though, that $800 million is because of goodwill. And just last year, to your point, they were fined. What was it? $1 million?
It was a little over $1 million
for one of their Kia dealerships.
The Kia dealership in Owings Mills, Maryland. Yeah. So sure, that's that right there. I mean, had they not had to pay that, they might have gotten $900 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was
blue sky. I'll give you a blue sky.
I wonder what our blue sky is. We don't take advantage of people. We don't rip people off.
Well, then our blue sky is going to be rather low, apparently.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say hi. All right, so the other news that we got today, Dad, unrelated to the dealers, although potentially ties back to the story we had for the dealership that went out of business. More confusion in the used car market. Cox Automotive comes out with new data just this morning. Wholesale used vehicle prices see minimal increase in August. Black Book shows wholesale values down
about 6%.
And not a little, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And then Manheim comes out, Cox comes out and says they're actually going up just a little. Who do you believe?
I don't believe anybody. Who do I believe? I've said this before. Cox Automotive, the data they use is from Manheim auctions, the auctions that they own. Those auctions account for about 55% of all the wholesale auction transactions that take place in this country. Black Book collects data on about 95% of all wholesale transactions that take place in this country. So it would seem to me that the information based on 95% of those sales is better than the information based on 55% of those sales, because somehow you're just leaving off the other 45%. So having said that, Black Book says that, well, like in August, used car values at the wholesale side dropped about 5 or 5.5%.
The drops at Black Book are huge. Yeah.
Yes. And then, I read comments from dealers, used car dealers who watch our videos and stuff, and they go, man, I haven't seen anything go down. So what is it? I don't know. I don't know. I just know, and I've said it and I keep saying it, retail prices don't seem to go down. And, there's another article, I don't know if we're going to touch on it today, where they talked about new car sales in August went up 17% versus August a year ago. But they show signs of softening. Then in the next article, they talk about how dealers feel really good about the upcoming quarter. And what is it? It can't, I guess in some cases, both things can be true at the same time.
Let's do an experiment then. Let's do an experiment. I love doing these live on the show. This is in my email inbox. At some point in the past, I had submitted to Carvana a 2020 GMC Sierra 1500 double cab. Oh, I was about to say value tracker as part of the trim.
It's not. This is just your value tracker.
So I get an email update. August 2nd, they'd offered $29,300. The offer went up $100.
Yeah, $95
in a month.
Yeah.
Let's put this to the test.
Now, wait a second. It says average monthly values dropped $356. There, just on that page.
A lot of confusion, folks. A lot of confusion. So let's do this.
A lot of confusion. That's my life.
I'm going to our sell tab.
Yes.
We're going to start over, and we're going to run a quick experiment. Let's see. Are wholesale values going up, or are they going down? The mileage on this was 39,471.
And this was in Arizona.
And we were in Arizona, so we can use, all right, doesn't want the comma. So we can use our old zip code, 85254.
Yeah, we used to live there.
All right, so let's do it really quickly. Let's see. Is the value going to be up, or is it going to be down? There it is, the 2020 GMC Sierra 1500. And let me just double check. This was a double cab, so this has 4 doors. I think it's got everything picked up there. All right, we're not going to choose any of these things. Holy cow, there's a lot of options. Clean title. We own the thing. We have the title. It's never been an accident. Let's go. While I'm doing this, what do you think? Do you think the value is going to be higher than what Carvana offered, lower than what Carvana offered?
It's going to be lower.
I think it's going to be lower. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing's damaged.
Yeah, because we might not have all the stuff.
That's an option.
Yeah.
No issues with the tire. No issues with the wheel. No, I'm not buying another car.
Get them offers, damn it.
Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah. Are wholesale values going down, or are they going up? Black Book says down. Manheim Cox Automotive says up. This is a good proxy for wholesale values.
Carvana says up $95.
Carvana says up $95. Holy cow.
Wow. Well, I wouldn't be selling that son of a gun to Carvana.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Just for context here, gang, the email I just got from Carvana was this.
Yeah.
Congrats. You're up to $29,000. It was up $95. Yeah. Look at CarMax.
Yeah.
Coming back with a freaking vengeance, man.
Yeah. Man.
What?
Yeah. You know, we should buy that damn car.
We should buy that car and sell it to CarMax.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. We've been doing this.
What's Black Book? Okay, so what does this say? This is a 3-year-old truck, 4-year-old pickup truck. These are supposed to be plummeting. The data over at Black Book literally says that this segment of vehicle, Dad, like let's pull it up on the screen. Wholesale values this past week were down 1.38% for trucks, but look at look at full-size pickups. Okay, only down 1.12, but still down 1.12% in the past week. We get an email from Carvana saying, congrats, your offer has gone up $95 in a month.
Yes.
We run it through our cell network, and CarMax offers $5,000, not $5,000, but nearly $5,000 more.
Okay.
$4,700.
$4,605 more.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa, buddy. Yeah. And Echo Park is just a few dollars below what Carvana thought it was worth.
Look at, and Vroom's offer sucks.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah.
That's super interesting.
So what is it?
Well, actually, us looking at this makes me empathize a little bit with the story that we started today.
Plug it in the Black Book.
You want to see the Black Book value for this car?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
How about you folks out there? Do you want to see the Black Book value?
All right.
Say yes.
Say yes. Yeah, it is going to be Arizona.
Yeah.
I just went under tools. I clicked on Black Book. Let me grab the VIN over here. Yeah, good call to look at the Black Book value.
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
And we've got 39,400
miles. Yeah.
And 17 miles. Drum roll, please.
Yeah, get my trade-in value.
Wow.
Wow. So if it was in average condition, it's worth $35,000 according to Black Book.
But Black Book's market insights also say that values are plunging. So maybe this was worth a bunch more before, but Carvana only had it going up.
And retail was $37,450. So if that's really the case, then CarMax can afford to buy it for $34, turn around and sell it for $37. You know, put it on their lot at $36,995. Make a quick $3,000, sell you some financing and a little bit of a warranty. Bingo.
This makes me empathize though, Dad, to be honest. What we're describing, what we just demonstrated, makes me realize why this happened. Why Off Lease Only went out of business.
Well, you know, and their specialty was under $20,000 cars.
But think about it for a second. But what I mean is the volatility in pricing.
Yes.
Like,
oh, it's crazy.
Like that. Like we're probably some of the most informed people when it comes to used car prices. What we just did, that experiment, makes no sense to me. None whatsoever.
You might like to think we're informed. I would say we are probably two of the most uninformed individuals, and there are thousands of comments that would agree with that.
Yeah,
you guys don't know what you're talking about. These two clowns know nothing.
Okay. Is that your commenter voice?
Well, when we're clowns, yes. Yeah.
Maybe we'll do another example with a different type of vehicle in just a minute here. I do want to share something with the community. One of our community members, Dad, just so happens to be a GIS professional, Geographic Information Specialist
System, something. It's what his sister, my daughter, went to McGill University for. Was, you know, she majoring in geography. Like, yeah, that shit's important.
Don't curse.
That stuff's important. And then it turns out that it really is.
So one of our community members, huge shout out to Colin. He reached out to me on Instagram at Chefska, and we shared some data with Colin, and he created some maps, some like heat maps.
Yeah.
What you're looking at on the screen. I want feedback from the community. I'm going to share two of these with you. This is Chevrolet Tahoe inventory nationwide. The prices. The states that are in blue are where the prices are below MSRP, and the states that are in red, the darker the red, more over MSRP.
Yeah, well, you don't want to buy that damn thing in Arizona.
Isn't this interesting?
Yes.
So Arizona, California, Washington State. Oh man, I should not have started doing this. What's that one above Colorado? Oh shoot.
Wyoming? Montana? Wyoming?
No. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Live on video, we're screwing up. What is that?
What do you mean we're screwing up?
Well, you said Wyoming, Montana. I don't think that's
Montana.
Is
or
that
Wyoming.
No, Montana's above it.
Montana's on the Wyoming.
It's Wyoming.
I believe.
Idaho, Idaho, Wyoming. Yeah, that's good. Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Isn't that Minnesota? Above the one that's next to Illinois.
Wouldn't that be Michigan?
Michigan's the glove, Dad.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
I don't know.
His daughter went to freaking.
Yeah, she did. I did.
Anyway, those are the states. Feel terribly for those of you who listen to the podcast and not here on YouTube. And then, for example, states like Texas and Louisiana and Alabama. There we go. I did pretty good there.
New York suggested we phone a friend.
Yeah, fairly certain.
Yeah.
Those are states where the prices are actually below MSRP. And then look at this, Dad. This is super interesting. Here's all of the available inventory of Tahoes by state.
Wow.
And you can see the clusters as well. So it's like no wonder pricing is lower in Texas and California. There's more available inventory. There's 851 for sale. Like I thought this was super interesting. And I'm wondering, can you share comments in the chat? If you think this is interesting, we will work with Colin and find ways to get this on CarEdge.com because I think this would be awesome for people to look at.
Yeah. No, it is. It's very interesting.
It's super interesting.
Yeah. Man. And it gives you a better understanding of how manufacturers ship their inventory.
Wouldn't it be interesting to be able to like drill into this too? Like if I'm in New Mexico, and I'm looking at, I know it's kind of hard to read on the screen, but in New Mexico, it says there are 18 Chevy Tahoes for sale.
Okay.
Like maybe I just go to Texas and I buy one, like to click in and to be able to see it. Like I think that'd be really cool.
Well,
so anyway,
that's because, New Mexico has a really somewhat limited population in comparison to Texas.
Look at how incredible our community is. From Lumber Jeff, I might need to help with color theory on this. I can help. I'm a GIS and cartography professor. You probably know where Wyoming is on a map too, Lumber Jeff, and it's impressive.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We just need to get your sister on here next.
Lumber Jeff.
And may I say something about your sister? She has nothing to do with geography.
Yeah, not anymore. Lumber Jeff, my email is Zach, ZACH at CarEdge.com. Please email me. We would love to get you involved. Maybe you can work with Colin. It's so cool to see people like work together to help our community become stronger and even better. Well, thank you for letting me share that with you.
Well, yeah, no, thank Colin for that.
Yeah, he did it for free, for fun. He just wanted to get his hands on some data and play around with it. And I think that is a testament to the community that we have. That being said, Dan, I want to take us to, on a Friday, our favorite segment of the week.
Really? You gotta be kidding me.
All right, so over on the community forum, caredge.com/community, we had Brandon share this one, Dad, and this one made me laugh. Really, you got to be kidding me.
Yes.
Thought this was funny. No markups plastered all over the website, and then you get in a Hummer EV. To be fair, no other cars have markups. I saw this. It was still funny. No dealer markup.
Yeah.
No dealer markup. $165,000 Hummer.
Wow. What's the view window sticker?
Well, it's an image pops. I can't click into that, but I know there's not a $165,000 MSRP Hummer EV. I thought this was pretty funny.
Well, maybe it was an ad for a different company, nodealermarkup.com or something.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this in the chat from NTB.
Yeah.
I just ran my VIN for a 2004 Silverado. Vroom, $978. CarMax, $7,400.
Wow.
CarEdge.com/sell. It is free. You do not get spammed. There's no BS. Like,
that's pretty cool. You're thinking about selling at MTB? I mean, you might not have before.
Yeah, but $7,400. Like,
yeah. Jeez Louise. there's a big difference between 978 and 7,400.
It's a huge difference. Man.
Yes,
there's absolutely a huge difference. Also, you got to wonder if room's gonna, little. But
well, yeah,
CarMax is. I feel pretty good about CarMax.
Well, they'll be around.
All right,
for a long time.
Let's transition, Pops. Wins of the week. I know.
Oh my God, it's a Friday.
It is a Friday, so let's do it. What are the wins from this past week? I can go first if you'd like me to go first.
I think you better.
You think I better go first?
Yeah.
You got to come up with one though.
Oh, sugar.
All right, couple wins from this past week. Probably the biggest one that I'm most proud of. Dealer Reviews 3.0. The third time we've created car dealer reviews. No.
Third time's a charm, ladies and gentlemen.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
The entire development team has been working on this. It is really solid, really sound. Probably before the end of the month, we'll have that released. And dealer reviews in the past when we've done them have worked well, but I made them like independently outside of the team that we have. I made them as like a project.
Yes.
And they always broke. Like they always had issues.
Yes.
Now that the team's actually working on the whole doggone thing, really strong, really solid. We're going to have, I think, the best car dealer reviews website and platform in the industry. You don't have to use dealerradar.com or any of those other ones that are kind of influenced by the industry. We'll have our own powered by our community. And so I got to see some of the progress from that this week. And that's really impressive. I'm really excited.
That is.
That was my win for the week.
Yeah, I'm still searching.
Come on, man.
I don't have okay. So here's a guy, a watch guy, as everybody knows. So I take 3 watches to the jewelry store because they need batteries. Okay. Maybe you'll stop listening to me in the future, folks. Maybe you'll stop thinking
this
I'm
is
an
hilarious.
Expert. Okay. So I drop them off and I get a call a few minutes later and a voicemail. You go, well, one of them works. Okay. One of them, we tried putting the battery in it and it doesn't work at all.
That's a shame.
Yeah. And the third one is a solar watch. So you need to put it in the sun. So, I'm a man of 30 some watches and even I'm so stupid that I don't realize you can't put a battery in a solar watch. Okay. So just so you know, I took that watch and when I took my nap yesterday,
you wore it.
I put it in the sun on the chair even before I went out.
Smart.
Okay. And I can assure you the sun's rays were very strong yesterday. And that watch don't work either. It doesn't need the sun. It probably needs a whole movement. Yeah. So two of my 31 watches have made it into the trash can.
Hey, 2 other comments from the chat.
Is that a win?
Yeah, totally a win. And then we'll talk about another win you're going to get this weekend. One from Old Guy Gaming. Finally made a live stream. I signed up for CarEdge a week ago as I look to buy an Audi Q7. We are here to help. So glad you are part of the community.
I like his name, Old Guy Gaming. Yeah.
Leonardo says, I'm a data scientist and I would look at your data pools. These anomalies can be an indication of data errors. Appreciate the suggestion, Leonardo. If you want to help out again, my email is zach@caredge.com. We've got a great data team behind the scenes, lots of folks that work on this stuff, and we're always trying to make it better.
Yeah.
We've got two big things this weekend.
Okay.
NFL football starts back. So for those of you that watched,
started last night.
Yeah, it started last night. But you got your first Sunday, so that's exciting.
Yes.
It means it's going to get cooler out fall time. And I'm doing my second ever Ironman on Sunday.
Yes, you are.
Super excited about that.
And we were hoping that, the weather would break here in the Atlantic City area, and it's not. And so it's just I'm concerned. I'll just say I'm concerned. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's a 1.2 mile swim.
Yep.
A 56-mile bike ride.
Correct.
And a 13.1 mile, walk.
Jog.
Walk mostly, probably. I'm just, because it's going to be hot and humid as hell down here. Yeah.
Really
so I wish you luck. And if you get lightheaded,
stop. I know.
Stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Because I know you like to prove stuff to yourself. You've proven enough to me already. Okay.
Thank you.
That you don't need to be out there putting yourself on death's bed to prove that. Well, yeah, I can do it a second time. And then, ladies and gentlemen, for his 29th birthday next July, he has signed himself up for a full Ironman. Okay, double everything I just said. So it would be 140.6 miles of absolute abject nonsense to put yourself through. Why? Why? Why?
What frustrates you more, the working relationship you had with OEMs or the fact that I'm doing a full Ironman next year?
The full damn Ironman. And you know how I feel about OEMs. So yeah, I just,
we'll see what happens, man. I'll be careful.
Well, yeah. I don't want to be burying my son. So please, if you feel lightheaded, so if you feel lightheaded at all, or you just think to yourself, "Now this is pretty damn stupid," stop. Just stop. Your Uncle Kenny will still love you. I'll still love you. Laura will still love you. You've proven enough to all of us. Okay, because I remember, I'm not allowed to say my son was ever fat, but I remember when my son was excessively husky. And he's not. And we don't need any further proof. We just don't.
All right. Well, we'll see we'll actually do a live stream tomorrow night. It's our last one down the shore together.
Yes.
It's been a fun summer here with you, but we'll reminisce on that tomorrow night. So that'll be tomorrow night over on the CarEdge channel. Monday, we'll be back. We'll have a normal show here as well.
Assuming you're alive and capable. Yeah.
Tuesday, a normal show, and then I'm moving back to DC Tuesday afternoon. So looking forward to the last few days down the shore.
And you know who's not moving back to the DC area? This guy. Staying right here, right where I live, until it gets really, really cold this winter. And then I'll figure something out.
Everyone, enjoy your weekend. Thank you for tuning in with us. CarEdge Electric with my dad and Justice in about 10-ish minutes, maybe 15 or so, over on the CarEdge Electric
and
channel. Phil's joining as well. So please take a peek at that. If you are now just joining the stream and you're like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Go back to the first 10 minutes of the show. That's where all the meat and potatoes were. Otherwise, enjoy the weekend. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you back here Monday on this channel at noon Eastern.